I want to go home.
Do you have a donation there, hero? History is an important part of our curriculum here, so the Old Kingdom would be invaluable. It lifts one's spirits to see a hero take such a keen interest in education. Can any of you tell me who built the ancient pillars at Lookout Point? Yes?
The people in the Old Kingdom, sir.
That's right. They once ruled all of Albion, and the ruins of their cities can still be found wherever you go. The kingdom was founded by a great lord named Archon, who united Albion using the power of the Sword of Eons. But over time, the sword began to corrupt him, and the kingdom fell into darkness. Strange monuments were built to focus the magical power of the kingdom, and terrifying armored figures were summoned to guard them. But at the very height of its power, the Old Kingdom collapsed, and Archon and his sword disappeared. What happened to them, nobody knows. Do you have a donation there, hero? The final volume of the Great Creatures of Albion. Should give the little ones a good scare. It lifts one's spirits to see a hero take such a keen interest in education. Thanks to this kind hero, today's lesson is from Volume 3 of the Creatures of Albion. If trolls ruled the land and dragons the skies, then the mighty Kraken are masters of the sea. A few men have ever seen a Kraken, and fewer still have lived to tell the tale. Since before the times of the Old Kingdom, these terrifying creatures have lurked in the seas that surround Albion. Their tentacles can grow to be over 100 feet long, and are strong enough to crush a ship like kindling. A brave sailor once drove away a Kraken by hacking off one of those gargantuan tentacles. But to kill one of the beasts, that would truly be a heroic task.
It wasn't me, honest!
Any books for us today, hero? What's this? The Pale Balverine? I hope it doesn't give them nightmares. It lifts one's spirits to see a hero take such a keen interest in education. There was once a lord who thought himself good with an arrow, until people saw that his lies ran right through to his marrow. Many months in the cells of Bargate he spent, plotting his redemption. And once he was free, he hunted all evil without exception. One day he met his match, a foul and mighty Balverine. He did not die from its bite, but his curse was obscene. He became one of those creatures, and pale as snow was his fur. To kill him came then a red-caped woman, a true connoisseur. A silver arrow pierced his blackened heart and sent him to his grave. And so he died in infamy, without the acceptance he craved. You have done our school such a great service. I don't know if we can ever adequately repay you. I do have a little something, and, well, I know it's not much, but the children think you'll love it. We used it in our production of The Mage's Apprentice, but it was a little large for our particular actors. Do you have a donation there, hero? A little macabre, perhaps, but the tale of Maxley could teach some of our pupils a valuable lesson. It lifts one's spirits to see a hero take such a keen interest in education. There once lived a hob, and Maxley was his name. He was that rarest of hobs, one with a brain. Making his bed in a stream wasn't for him. He'd rather live in a village, there among men. One day he decided to travel to town. He slew a great noble and put on his gown. In Bowerstone by all was he complimented, and though short of stature, he stood proud and erected. Goodness me. But Maxley forgot what he was and grunted hello. And when the men heard his voice, all they did know. They called out for guards, who lopped off his head. It stuck on a spike, dumb and ugly and dead. So when you're about to open your mouth, remember Maxley the Hob, for it's better to be thought an idiot than to be killed by a mob.
I've never done anything! Are being
Don't try anything.
Hello again. Have you found any interesting reading material? Oh, Volume 2 of The Creatures of Albion. Could prove useful in our biology lessons. It lifts one's spirits to see a hero take such a keen interest in education. Now, let us turn to Volume 2 of The Creatures of Albion. Trolls are an ancient race formed from the rock and soil in which they were born. They have the strength of many men and can withstand all but the mightiest of blows. Get too close, and they will jump onto the ground with such force that the shockwaves can shatter a man's bones. But trolls are also slow, lumbering creatures and rarely move. So, if ever you see one, your best hope is to run away. If you're lucky, you won't be crushed to death by the boulders they throw after you.
I'll go now.
Do you have a donation there, hero? Could you spare the northern wastes? The children could stand to learn a little more geography. Why don't you stay and listen, hero? It's never too late to learn. Do any of you know what lies beyond the 9 seas? Yes?
The Northern Wastes.
Well done, Sue. Legends say that Jack of Blades first appeared there, and that it was the home of a mighty empire. Today, its ancient cities are buried deep beneath the ice. But there are still some who believe the empire will rise again, and that the people of the Northern Wastes will awaken when Albion is united once more. Any books for us today, hero? Why, that's The Creatures of Albion, Volume 1. A perfect way to learn natural sciences. Why don't you stay and listen, hero? It's never too late to learn. Today, we'll be studying Volume 1 of The Creatures of Albion. Now, Who here knows what screamers are? I bet you've never heard one though, have you? That's because they stay away from the towns. But out in the countryside, it's a rather different story. And you can sometimes hear them crying out in the night. Their scream can pierce even the bravest of men's hearts. Hearing it will not just chill you to the bone, but sap your energy too. According to the sage Richard Phillips, they feed upon the life force of men, sucking out their souls. Either way, if you ever see one, you'll soon end up like them, screaming.
I never done...
Any books for us today, hero? Ah! The Trials of Arkham, a classic tale. Must be rather disturbing for you, I would have thought. Ah! It lifts one's spirits to see a hero take such a keen interest in education. Once upon a time, in a village by the sea, lived a boy called Arkham with his family. Peaceful were their lives for many a year, till one day a band of savages did appear, destroyed that peaceful village by the sea, and killed the poor boy's family. But of Arkham himself they found no trace, for the boy had hid in quite a safe place. And though he wished to help in his heart, he stayed hidden till the savages did depart. Then he emerged to find his whole family killed, and the streets of the village with corpses filled. Oh, dear me, this really is the most unoriginal tosh. Ah, hello again. Have you found any interesting reading material? Oh, what's this? The sock method? Yes, well, perhaps when they're a little older, don't you think? I suppose it can't do any harm. Ah, let's turn to the sock method and see how we can make you sexier in 10 days. Now, it looks like this hero still needs a little practice. But perhaps he could demonstrate something simple?
Come on.
Oh my! That's quite enough of that, hero. And that brings today's lesson to a close. Definitely. Ah, hello again. Have you found any interesting reading material? I'm sure the tale of Twin Blade is quite interesting, but I'm not sure a bandit is a good role model for our pupils, though. Well, if you think that's wise, hero... Twin Blade was once a great hero. A giant of a man, his swords were feared throughout Albion. But at the height of his fame, he abandoned the guild, deciding he had no need to earn gold through quests. He could simply take it. And so, he left for the woods and became a bandit. Over the years, he united the feuding bandit clans until he became their king. He built a vast fortified camp, hidden near Oakvale, and plundered the passing traders as he desired. He was as renowned and feared as he ever was, and now had no guild constraints to hold him back.
Sir, what happened to Twin Blade?
The hero you see before you killed him in a duel. The once mighty bandit begged for his life, but no mercy was shown. Ah, hello again. Have you found any interesting reading material? Scorm's Teeth. That's the Guild of Zeros. I thought your guild had every copy of the book burned, along with its author. Well, if you think that's wise, hero... The Journal of Bloody Nose. 0 in training. Day 14. This week, we've been developing our stealth skills by playing hide and seek. Knowing how to run and hide from your enemies is an important skill for any Zero, says Days. He seems to be a master of the art. It took us all day to find him after he teleported away. Eventually, we heard his cries and found him wedged inside a hollow tree in the Academy woods. He wasn't at all happy that it took us so long to find him, but he decided to test our hiding skills next. We must be really good at it, because we've been out here in the woods for 2 days now, and he still hasn't found us.
I want to go home.
Ah, there is an important quest card at the guild for you.
Great to see you.
Guards!
Hello again. Have you found any interesting reading material? Ah! Balverine Slayer. My father used to read Scarlet Robe's adventures to me every night. It lifts one's spirits to see a hero take such a keen interest in education. Balverines are the fiercest creatures in Albion. But there was once a brave young girl for whom they held no fear. One day, a beast attacked Knothole Glade, where she lived. The villagers all ran away until she alone stood to face it. The creature was twice her size, and she fought its teeth and claws armed only with a stake. By the time the warriors arrived, the beast lay dead at the girl's feet, and her dress was soaked with its blood. From that day forth, she was known to all as Scarlet Robe. As she grew older, she became a great hero, driving the evil Balverines from much of Albion and competing in the Witchwood Arena.
Yay! See? Girls can be heroes.
Hi. Great to see you, as always.
I've got my eye on you.
There is an important quest card at the guild for you.
What a fool. There's been a robbery! Guards!
have a donation there, hero? Well, there's The Repentant Alchemist, but I'm not sure it's really suitable reading for children. I suppose it can't do any harm.
25 years have I tended this inn, not knowing my wife was living in sin. For while I served the townsfolk ale by day, at night my wife served them in another way. But soon they'll regret leading her astray. When next they sip my ale, it will be their lives that pay. He who hath slept with my love will die at its taste. Then I shall see if any among them can call themselves chaste.
Thank you, Billy. I think that's enough for today.
Stay.
Hello again. Have you found any interesting reading material? Oh my, the Windbreaker rulebook. Avo alone knows what would happen if the children got hold of this. I suppose it can't do any harm. Today, we will be reading from the Windbreaker Rulebook. Perhaps the gentleman who gave us this book could demonstrate the benefits of its teachings himself. Yes. I see. Well, that was most edifying. But I really don't... Oh, dear Lord. Something must have crawled up inside him and died. Shit! Please, mind your language in front of the children. Oh dear, I knew this was a mistake.
Master.
Ranger, that's a nice outdoorsy sort of name, isn't it?
like him.
Good day to you, Ranger.
Tall and strong, aren't you? Your hair.
Get off. On keep it tense.
Oh dear, back again.
Oh, only one. There's been a robbery! Guards!
Ah, there is an important quest card of the guild for you.
See ya.
Do you have a donation there, hero? The Tailor's Tragedy would be perfect for our after-school drama society. Ah, it lifts one's spirits to see a hero take such a keen interest in education.
What strange land is this to which the storm my body has delivered? Surely heaven it is, and I be dead, for as in a dream I saw the ship torn from neath me by the waves, and felt death's foul kiss. But hush now, who comes here?
Truly my eyes doth deceive me, for I thought I saw some strange thing move amongst the wreck by the shore.
Now I know that I be really dead, for in this fair land do angles tread.
That's angels, Billy, not angles.
See ya.
Ah, hello again. Have you found any interesting reading material? The raising of Oakvale is a fascinating topic, but this book may be a little graphic for children their age, don't you? All right, then. Today we'll be reading from the Oakvale Raid. Some of you may find what you're about to hear disturbing. I was looking for my teddy bear Rosie when the bandits attacked. I was afraid my brother was going to find her and tear her to pieces. I didn't know then I would never see him again. It was the screaming that told me they were coming, and I hid under an old cart. From there, I saw the bandits kill all my friends and burn everything I called home. I wanted to help them, but I was so scared I couldn't move. Maybe we should finish this book some other time. In 10, 15 years, perhaps? Do you have a donation there, hero? What's that you have there? The ugly guide? I'm sure you'll agree this snotty lot needs no help in that area. Don't tell their parents I said that. I suppose it can't do any harm. Today's lesson is from the Ugly Guide, which this hero has donated to our school. For some reason. Now, what do you think makes a person look ugly?
Having stupid hair.
That's right. Certain haircuts can make a person less attractive, as can some forms of facial hair, especially on a woman. Any other ideas?
Eating too much.
Very good. That's why everybody in Albion has such a perfect waistline. From the greatest hero to the lowliest beggar. Except for Jenna from Orchard Farm, of course. She used to be but a slip of a girl, but now... that woman certainly likes her cider. Anyway, that concludes our lesson for today. Ah, hello again. Have you found any interesting reading material? I suppose You Are Not a Bad Person might come in useful one day. I really hope the children won't need its advice, though. All right, then. I'll give it a try. Today, we will be looking at You Are Not a Bad Person. It seems this hero has studied the book in great depths already. But perhaps one of you can tell me how you can make yourself less scary.
Wear a pretty dress.
That's right. A person's clothes say a lot about them. And wandering around town dressed in dark leather or chainmail can frighten people. Any other ideas?
Don't wear anything at all.
Well, that might make you look more silly than scary. I'm not too sure men running around naked inspire much confidence. Perhaps we should see what the book has to say on this matter. Do you have a donation there, hero? What's this? Eyes of a killer? Yes, well, strictly speaking, we try not to raise any murderers in our school. Well, if you think that's wise, hero. Now, I really hope none of you follow the teachings of this book, but nevertheless, you should learn to recognize the signs of evil. There are many ways a person can instill fear in others, such as covering one's body in tattoos and wearing dark clothes. But a truly scary person is able to express his evilness through actions alone. Let's see how this works. A hero, would you regale us with an evil sneer, perhaps?
Yeah.
Yes. Very effective. Now, according to this book, you can also make yourself scary by performing terrible crimes, such as killing innocents. But I think we'll leave that chapter for another day. Now then, class, let's all say thank you to the nice hero. Before you go, there's something I'd like to present to you. On one of our excursions, little Billy strayed off the path, as he always does, and found this. He tried to hide it under his shirt, if you can imagine. I'm sure you can put it to good use.
What? You're just a big scaredy cat.